Happy New Year's, everybody. It's Patrick Grosser with Fathom Realty. This is your Cincinnati real estate market update, 2020 review, and 2021 forecast. I don't know about you, but I'm relieved to be done with 2020 and looking forward to better things in 2021. Obviously, we know 2020's been a crazy year, and frankly, I'm also kind of tired of talking about how crazy it was. I'm ready to get back to something resembling normal, both in personal life and in the market. So looking back on the numbers for 2020, we do have some surprises, and we also have some things that were not very surprising based on what we've dealt with in the economy and in our lives personally throughout 2020. The new listings numbers were actually down 5% compared to 2019. Not surprising due to the COVID restrictions. We understand why some homeowners didn't want to put their homes on the market. Closings were actually surprisingly up almost 3%. So despite all of the lockdowns and restrictions due to COVID, we actually had more closings this year in Cincinnati by almost 3% than we did in 2019. Average sale price, no surprise, was up quite a bit, almost 12% compared to 2019. Due to low inventory and strong demand. Average days on market, also due to low inventory and strong demand, was down considerably, almost 22%. The absorption rate, once again, has reached an all-time record high for the 11th week in a row, this time at 54.67%, which equals 1.83 months of inventory. So all of this data from 2020 points in the same direction. It's a great market for sellers and not so great of a market for buyers. So what do we expect to see in the market here in Cincinnati for 2021? Based on the data from 2020 and comparing it to 2019 and considering the lockdowns and restrictions due to COVID, and assuming with the vaccine rolling out, COVID dying out, and life getting back to normal, I predict that new listings will actually increase compared to 2020, that sellers will be more comfortable listing their homes, and as a result, they'll be coming into the market. I also predict that closings will increase, perhaps at an even greater clip than they did in 2020, more than a 3% increase as buyers and sellers come to market that are more comfortable without the COVID restrictions in place and with less fear of contracting the virus. I also think that average sale price will continue to increase, maybe not at a 12% rate year over year, but certainly enough to give homeowners a great return on their investment. And I also think that average days on market will continue to decline, but not at the rate at which it did this year. We saw almost a 22% drop in days on market in 2020 compared to 2019. I think we'll see a drop in days on market in 2021 compared to 2020, but not as much as there was with 2020 compared to 2019. So all things considered, I think there's going to be more activity in the market. Common sense would tell us that as the vaccine rolls out and COVID starts to die away, people will return to their normal activities, which includes buying and selling real estate. So if you're a homeowner that was considering selling in 2020 and decided to stay on the sidelines due to COVID, this might be a great time for you to consider getting your house on the market and selling in 2021. The market is still very much in your favor as a seller, but you do need to make sure that you market your home effectively to get it to the most buyers possible, get the most showings, offers, and choose the best terms and conditions to sell your home. You also need to make sure that you understand and execute each step of the selling process after you get under contract with the buyer to make sure you can bring that buyer to the closing table. And before you even get started listing your home, you ought to consider all of your options, whether you decide to list your home on your own, sell to a cash buyer, or hire professional help. If you'd like some more information on that, I have a series of videos that you can take a look at and learn a little bit more about how to take advantage of the market right now as a seller. If you were thinking about buying a home in 2020 and decided to stay on the sidelines due to COVID, or perhaps you weren't able to get under contract on your dream home because the market was very difficult, we're hoping that you'll see a little bit more inventory in 2021. But you still need to make sure that you're getting listing alerts via email directly from the MLS so that you can have an advantage over the buyers who are just browsing on consumer sites. This way, you'll be able to get notified of listings that match your criteria as soon as they hit the market. You can schedule your showing before other buyers do. And most importantly, if you like the house, you can get your offer in before other offers come in. If you do happen to find yourself in a multiple offer situation, you need to know the terms and conditions that are most favorable for that particular seller and some strategies within the contract that you can use to make sure that your offer rises to the top in a multiple offer situation. If you'd like to learn more about the tips and strategies that I offer my clients that may work for you as well, click the buyer's link. Thanks for watching, and let's hope for a better 2021.